Hello and welcome to Safe Secure Surfing's WebRTC leak test for Ivacy. In this video we're going to be using 3 different websites to see how well Ivacy protects us from a WebRTC leak. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we are at ipleak.net. Here we're showing a local IP address, a public IP address, and our IPv6 address, which is to be expected because we haven't turned on Ivacy at this point. So we're going to head over to browserleaks.net and take a look and see what results we get from that website before we launch Ivacy. So here we are at browserleaks.com/WebRTC. Please note that I had said browserleaks.net earlier in the video, but I meant browserleaks.com. So here we're showing our local IP address, our public IP address, and our IPv6 address, as would be expected once again because we haven't launched Ivacy yet. So we'll head over to our next one, whatismyipaddress.com, and see what results we have showing over there for this test. Okay, so here we are at our third and final website before we turn on Ivacy, whatismyipaddress.com/WebRTC-test. On this one, we're showing our local IP address. We're not showing the public IP address, but we're also showing our IPv6 address. As we stated in the other 2 websites, this is to be expected because we haven't got any VPN protecting us. So we're going to turn on Ivacy now and see how well this protects us from these leaks. So I've gone ahead and I've connected up to Ivacy here. I selected a server in Canada, and I wanted to show you how to select and pick option to use IPv6 location protection. So we're going to come over here to settings, and we come over here and we've got general and connection, so we'll stay on general, and then we'll go to IPv6 leak protection and we'll connect that. So if we get an error like this, we're going to have to go over and set up the administrative rights to use this. So we'll just click on here and go to OK, and then we'll minimize this here. Now you'll have to go to wherever the location is at. I've got a shortcut from Ivacy to the app on my desktop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it and go down to Properties and come over to Compatibility, and then come down here to run this program as an administrator. I'll click on that and I'll click on Apply and then click OK. So what I'm going to have to do here is to restart Ivacy. So I'll bring it up here in my window. I'm going to just go to Control-Alt-Delete and do a hard restart on it. So I'll click Task Manager, and then I'll select Ivacy and go End Task, and then I'll launch it again, and it's going to ask me to allow this device to make changes on my device, and I'm going to say yes. So I click that. Okay, so I've come back and I've launched Ivacy again after I had restarted it there with Control-Alt-Delete hard restart. Selected the Task Manager and ended Ivacy's program, and then came back into it here. So I haven't logged in yet, so I'll need to select on this option first before we log in. So because I have administrative privileges now with that change that we made in there, we can go ahead and log in, and then we'll know that we should be protected, at least according to Ivacy, for an IPv6 leak protection. And that's the test that part of the test that we're going to look at here for a WebRTC leak. So we'll go ahead and log in. So now we can go and select the server that we want. So we go up to Smart Connect up here, and then we can do an automatic one, or I'm going to select a location in Canada again, and we'll start with that. Excellent. So it shows that we're all connected up here. So we'll go over to our first website, ipleak.com, and we'll check out and see how well this is protecting us from a WebRTC leak. Okay, so here we are at our first website after Ivacy has been launched, and we've got some mixed results here. We're showing our IPv6 address, so even with that feature turned on in the main window there, it looks like we're still having an IPv6 leak. We're not showing a local VPN address, and for our public IP address, it's the same one from the server that Ivacy selected. So kind of have mixed results here. So let's go ahead and go over to browserleaks.com/WebRTC, and we'll take a look and see how that one fares. Here we are at our second website, browserleaks.com/WebRTC, and on this one, similar to the previous one, we're not showing a local IP address. The public IP address that we're showing is the one that we've selected on the Ivacy's VPN server, and unfortunately though, IPv6 address is being displayed on this one. So we'll head over to whatismyipaddress.com, and we will see what results we get from there. Here we are at our third and final website, whatismyipaddress.com/WebRTC-test. So in this one, we're not showing a local IP address. The public IP address that we're showing is the same one as our server that we selected on Ivacy, and then once again we're showing our IPv6 address. So I'm going to go ahead and make up a summation chart to show the results here, and we'll come back and discuss those shortly. Okay, so here we are. I've compiled all of the results from before Ivacy was launched and after Ivacy was launched, looking for a WebRTC leak. What we found beforehand, as would be expected, that we had a leak on our local IP address, our IPv6 address, and then our public IP address, with the exception of whatismyipaddress.com, where the public IP address wasn't given before it was launched. Afterwards, after Ivacy was launched, we found that the local IP address was not given for all 3 websites. The public IP address was showing the VPN server location, which is what we would expect. But unfortunately, the IPv6 address was given, so it didn't protect us from that side of it. It's a mixed bag. We have some protection with the public IP address being shown, but it's not protecting us from an IPv6 leak. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. And if you liked what you saw here, please like our video and hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.